Hey, we're hanging out in Los Angeles, California at the sold-out Van Halen concert with the one and only Lonn Friend.
Thank you. Small golf clap. Thank you.
Lonn.
Dude, you're in my hometown.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you, brother. Oh, thank you. Wow.
First Van Halen memories for you.
Okay, 1978, driving my car through UCLA, my junior year. Radio's on, I don't know, Leonard Skinner, and then all of a sudden, and that beat etched in my memory, man. Hit me hard, got the records, been a fan, always. Now, you know, Rip Magazine did one cover story on Van Halen in 1988 because they are loath to do press. In case you guys know, you're not going to get an interview this trip.
No,
Okay, sorry to crush your bubble and bust.
No, we know.
You know, don't get your panties too tight because it ain't going to happen. They keep very close to the cuff. But back then, we had a little bit of influence. The magazine had a little bit of juice going in '88. They did the Monsters of Rock, remember? Metallica.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Scorpions.
Kiss, Dokken.
No Kiss.
Oh, no Kiss?
Dokken. Yeah, that was the tour that
Metallica.
Dokken was doing Oxygen in between songs.
Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come, Lenny
Oh,
Wolf.
okay, I remember
Very
that.
good, Mark. Very good. You know your stuff. But we met them at a hotel. I think it was this Sheraton Universal Hotel, and we shot them in the lobby, and we talked to them for like 30 minutes, and we turned it into a cover story. And that was the last time I had any kind of interview experience with Van
But
Halen.
you've had lunch and dinner with David Lee Roth through the years.
Well,
right?
okay, I met Dave twice. I interviewed him solo for Metalhead Video Magazine.
Okay.
I have that on VHS.
You don't?
Yeah, I do.
Can you get me a copy of
I
that?
will. I'll make you a DVD of it.
You know where I did that interview? In his father's driveway in the house he grew up in Pasadena.
Wow.
And that was so funny. That was like Dave. I just understood the whole ethos of Dave, standing with him and having him come back like I was a talk show host and he was the guest, and he was snapping me. Well, you know what? That's in a one-liner after another, which is what's so remarkable about him is he disappears for a few years, but I've seen this show once. He is back in form. He can't get the leg up much higher than this now, but oh my God, his gut is ripped. Chicks are probably all over him again.
You looking good?
Yeah, I can't have that.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of a different question. You know what's that funny thing about that? With
Yeah, sure.
I had to call Rick Steer, the guitar player.
Oh, okay. So was any of that usable, or do we need to start again?
That was good stuff.
Oh, I just meant because of their camera angle.
Was that good stuff? Yeah.
No, you were great. You were great. I just want to make sure technically we were okay.
Technically. Boy, oh boy. Technology can screw things up.
So where were we leaving off there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
when you were in
that's,
when his driveway.
Here's the funniest David Lee Roth story I have.
I thought I'm gonna see your answer.
I was at the Spy Bar in New York City.
Yeah, it was
The funniest David Lee Roth story I have is I was at the Spy Bar in New York City, and it was after some big concert like U2. And there were all... Thank you, brother. Here's your $5. And there were all these really heavy people in the room. I think Rick Rubin was upstairs spitting. And I looked down, and at the VIP table at the front, I see Donald Trump and David Lee Roth.
Oh, wow.
Like together with two hot chicks. And I couldn't help but walk over to Dave and just lean over and go, Dave, it's Lonn. Rip Magazine goes, hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I said, I have just one question. Who made the call? You or Trump? How does this happen?
And what happened? What was the answer?
He didn't even have an answer. He just smiled at me like that. And he started singing, women and children first. Anyway.
Right,
he's
some
looking
interesting
great.
hairdos going on at that table too. At
Yeah.
The time, yeah.
You know, right now, their hair is not a factor.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's short. Dave's hair is short. Eddie's hair is short.
Alex's.
I think what really needs to be brought to the forefront here is how alien, brilliant, and amazing Ed is at age 53 or 54. He is hearkening some movements that we haven't seen in 3 decades. I mean, truly clean picking. Because there was a time where it wasn't as clean the last couple of
Right,
tours.
right.
Oh, man, when I saw the show in Phoenix, they have this huge screen behind them. So somebody is like bringing high pixelation to those digits as he's playing, and you get to see. That's Biff Malibu, one of my biggest fans. He used to follow me around Hollywood with
Dude,
a
we
camera.
need tickets, so we're not even getting in if we don't have tickets.
Dude, they don't have tickets, and they're the crew.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, dude, you got to talk to Dave. All right.
Biff saw Van Halen at where?
The S Festival, 1983.
Wow.
I drove out in a Chevette, a brand new Chevette. And I got called because a buddy of mine I was in college with said, dude, we're going to Van Halen. And I said, dude, how are we going to Van Halen? He goes, we're going to buy tickets through Rolling Stone magazine for the S Festival in 1983. I said, if you get tickets, I'll go. He got tickets. I had to quit my job and go to Van Halen. I never left California. All right, I want you to know that. Eddie, you just dumped 16 square cubic yards of mud on my house from your yard. I just want you to know that I came out here and that's what you did to me.
Okay.
All right? You can have that.
I don't need
We
tickets.
love you. We might need that sign
Yeah,
later.
let me
Get that
just
sign
say
right
one
here.
thing: is I paid for my tickets.
Right.
We need tickets. I paid. You know, I haven't paid for a ticket over 20 years, but
Black
Van
Label
Halen-
Friday TV or what?
Hey man.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got an Eddie Van Halen fan.
Represented, man, for Eddie.
But Lon, I want to ask you. Obviously, Michael Anthony.
Hey,
Good
when's that
things,
gonna be
man.
on so I can watch? You guys have any idea?
Hey, Lon, I want to ask you. Obviously, one person that's missing tonight is Michael Anthony. Any feelings about that?
No.
No.
Why cause drama and stuff?
Right.
Look, there's the DNA of Van Halen is richer now,
Right.
and
Three.
Mike, it's three, and he pulls it off. The kid pulls it off.
3 scoops Van Halen, 1 scoop
That's
Rock.
right, and Michael enjoys his time with Sammy, and why
Right.
bust that up?
Right.
Purists are always going to have a problem when the compost of a band changes.
Sure.
And I understand that, and you have to be respectful of that. So, but you know what? It's really Ed and Dave's show.
Yeah,
It
and-
always has been Ed and Dave's
And
show.
when we saw them at Madison Square Garden in New York, I could swear whenever
Love you too, bud.
whenever when we saw them perform in Madison Square Garden, whenever Eddie would look over at Wolfgang, there was a real twinkle in his eye.
They were
and
smiling.
There was a special moment that a lot of people felt that night between those two.
As a fan, you want to believe that there is some true connection and true romance happening there. That it's not just the 100 million they're going to make on this tour.
Well,
I'm an idealist, so I like to believe that the two of them are getting along great again, and they're having fun. I know for a fact that Ed is smiling more on stage than he ever has.
Yeah.
in the
Well,
past.
absolutely. I mean, Mark was talking about how Ed and Wolfgang have a connection, but I think Ed and Dave truly have a connection, and they're both so happy. You can tell when they smile at each other. It's
And,
authentic.
you know, that's not easy to get back to that space.
Right.
I mean, there are some great artists that never get back.
Yeah.
David Gilmour and Roger Waters can't get back to that.
Right.
And
But
I
I
heard
think
that Jimmy and Robert just got back to it, which
Wow.
is nice.